Hello, my name's Glenn Vickery and welcome to my YouTube channel Kiwi Bushcraft and Survival. And today we're going to be cleaning some 308 or 30 caliber cases for a friend of mine, and I've asked him for some quite old dirty 308 cases to see how well the CED cleaner can go. Alright, so let's get into it. Okay, so here in front of me we have the CED brass tornado, as you can see. Alright, here it is there, the CED brass tornado. Okay, and basically it's a brass tumbler. So if I come out a bit, you can see the tumbler here. Alright, and this here, basically it spins. Okay, it spins like that. Alright, and it can go both ways, spin either way. Alright, down here, I've explained most of this in a previous video on it, but on the left top button you can see the timer. There's the timer over here. Okay, and it's set for 60 minutes. I've already got it programmed for 60 minutes. It does directional turn, spins one way and then spins the other way. By memory, I think I've got that set for like 10 minutes. Every 10 minutes or 5 or 10 minutes it changes. The speed adjustment, can't remember what I got it set on. Alarm, you can set the alarm so that it will beep when it's finished. And when the alarm's on, it'll show that this button up here will be on. Okay, this light, sorry, will be up here. It'll be turned on. It shows the forward and reverse, whichever direction it's going, based on the direction here through the lights. Okay, and then you got the memory where you can set the memory, the start button, the pause button, so you can pause it at any time, and obviously the on-off button. Okay, so basically. Here's the cases that my friend has loaned me to clean for him, my mate Lee, and he's given me, I don't know, probably around about 300. There's probably around about 300 cases in here. Okay, I'm guessing. All right, 300 brass cases. All right, so we'll. In all these boxes. So I'm going to do a bulk clean for him, and some of them are quite, well, they're not shiny, they're just dirty, old. Okay, they've all been deprimed. I'm not quite sure if you can see that, so you can see like through there, they've all been deprimed. And what we'll do is we will get into it. Okay, so what I'm going to do first and foremost is I'm going to fill up the barrel, alright, which is the barrel for the thing here. So what you do here is you pull this off. We want to undo this. Now, I normally have this here sitting on here with the vent, this lid here, which is the lid for the vent, okay, and that way it allows all the air, the moisture from the stainless steel pins to go through, and I'll leave this here for as long as I need, so that the it can dry out properly. Okay, all right. So I'll place that to the side, and basically all we do is we tip all our brass casings in. Okay, all right. So we're going to throw all of these in. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back once all the brass is in, and I'm probably going to fill it up to around about, I'll probably fill the brass casings up to around about, I don't know, almost 3/4, okay, almost 3/4 of the height of the tumbler. Let's come back a bit so you can see that. I need to come back a bit more here. Okay, so I'll probably fill up the brass cases to around about here-ish, preferably. We'll see how we go, and then fill the whole thing up with just I don't know, either cold or lukewarm water. It's not going to make any difference. anyway, I'll see you back shortly, so I don't bore you. So welcome back. So I managed to get most of the brass cases in. Managed to get it up to about up to about 3/4 of the way up. You can see just to the top here, got a little bit of space left. Now you don't want to fill it right up. I would say you really want to have a little bit of space, just so that the brass can get some movement. Okay, if I bring it in a little bit closer, you might be able to see right down the bottom there. You can see the steel pins. Okay, all right, and those are just all the steel pins that it comes with. All right, when you purchase it. So what we want to do now is basically we're going to fill this up with some water. Actually, what we might do first, before I even fill it up with water, is I'm going to put some lemon shine into it, or some lemmy shine. Okay, so I'll just come back a little bit so you can see a bit better. Alright, so I've just got the lemmy shine here. I have it in this plastic container, and if you can see that there, alright, it's a bit dark at the moment, but here's some lemmy shine that we're going to use. So with this much brass, I'm probably going to use around about, I'll probably use the whole tablespoon here. Okay, I reckon that should be suffice. So I'm going to use a tablespoon of lemmy shine. Alright, and going off, this other thing here is the turbosonic liquid. Okay, now I've found that these two things here work really, really well together. So let's have a look here. I'll do one with this amount of brass here. I reckon, yeah, I reckon we should get away with 2. We'll try 2 and see how that goes. Okay, on the brass. So the next thing we want to do is I'm going to fill this up with water. Okay, and then I'll be back. So I shan't be too long. Okay, so welcome back. So what I've done is I've just filled this up with some, I don't know, warm to hot water. Okay, you can use anything, cold water, warm water, hot water, doesn't really make any difference. And it's probably about, I don't know, maybe 1.5 centimeters from the top. Okay, we probably could fill it up a little bit more, but it doesn't really matter, right to the top, but that's all good. Right, so the next thing we want to do is we want to place our Perspex top on. Make sure that the black seal, okay, here is on. Alright, we want to make sure that's on. So we just want to just plonk that straight onto the top. Alright, and we want to get our locking device here. We want to put that in. Okay, slide this across to the middle here, alright, and push her down so she's nicely locked in. Alright, next thing we want to do, I'm just going to move the camera a bit, okay, is we want to place this here onto the CED brass tornado. Alright, we'll adjust this slightly. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is we're going to turn it on, switch it on, and you can see here, alright, as I zoom it in a bit, okay, that she's turned on. Okay, now when you do, just before I carry on, if you purchase one of these, they'll come with a 2-plug, and I think it's either the European or the US prongs, double 2-prong socket. So if you're in, say, New Zealand or Australia or something like that, you may need to take that 2-pin prong socket off and put a 3-prong on, unless you get an adapter. So I've made a video on that. So if you look at my YouTube channel, it'll show you how to convert a 2-prong European plug into the 3-prong plug. Okay, So anyway, as you can see here, okay, the alarm is set to on, which means that as soon as this is completed, it will sound the alarm, so we know it's completed. Alright, so the next thing we want to do, it's also set to the 60 minutes, okay, and what we're going to do now is all we need to simply do is press the start button down here, okay, and this will start to spin. Alright, so let's just come back. Alright, again you can see the stainless steel pins, okay, the brass, and obviously it's got the water in it with the Turbosonic and the Let Me Shine. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to come back and we're going to push the start button. Alright, and she fire up. Alright. Oops, it's not on properly. There we go. Okay, so I made a bit of an error there. I didn't have it fully on the, it's got some grabby part there, okay, that it should be on. I'm going to pause that. She's leaking out. Alright. So, I've never had this error before, but it is actually leaking out with water for some reason. I'm not quite sure as to why. It shouldn't be, unless this is not sitting on properly, but that was on nice and solid. I'm not quite sure why she was leaking. So I'm just going to come back here and do that again and make sure that it's not leaking. Okay, I'm going to plonk that back on to there. Okay, I've just reset it. Okay, I'm not quite sure why that was leaking, but I've readjusted this. Maybe this lid wasn't on properly, obviously, but I'm going to fire it up again. I may have to take that off and just seal or wet seal the black rubber ring. Okay, as I said, I've never filled it up this far before, so it's a good test. Let's try that out again, see how she goes. Alright, so she looks like she's running a bit better now. I'm thinking that the black rubber seal might pay to just wet it a bit, put a bit of moisture around it so it seals properly on that upper lid. But she's not leaking now, so that would have been just okay. So there's 1 minute. I've actually got it set to 1 minute intervals where it spins around, so not 10 minutes. So you can see now. I'll just zoom in there a little bit. Okay, that it's gone onto the reverse. Okay, which means it's going this way, spinning. And then every minute it'll spin back the other way, okay, and this light here will switch over to this one. Alright, but apart from that, what we've got to do now is just see how she goes. So I think we'll sit on this for a minute so you can see it switch over again. Alright, so there's the 58 minutes, okay, and she's spun round and going on to the reverse now. I'll just bring that light around so you can see a bit better. on to 57 minutes. I'm going now for 3 minutes. Zoom in there a little bit. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll let that carry on for the next 57 minutes, and I might come back about, I don't know, in about half an hour. I might pause it and just have a look and see how it's going, and at the brass, and then we'll come back in the full 60 to see how we go. Anyway, I'll see you in around about probably half an hour. Okay, so welcome back. So we're up to now, got 28 minutes to go, so it's been going for about 32 minutes. So as soon as it pauses here, alright, I'm just going to pause it there. Yep. I'll just pause it there so we can have a look at how it's starting to look. Alright, how it's starting to go. So let me just let's just come out a bit. Alright. I'll pull this there off. Alright. Let's undo this. Got a bit of pressure there. All good. Alright. Let's just take that off. Oh, my trusty rings come off. I've had nothing but problems with this black ring. But anyway, well, let's leave that. Let's have a look how this is starting to look. Hopefully we can get this in the light. Okay. Let's have a look here. All right, so there's the brass there. After 32 minutes, I don't know how we can get a good shot of this. Yeah, might be difficult. See if I can zoom in. Alright, so okay, so that's how she's starting to look already. Okay, inside the primer pocket there. Alright, the brass is sort of starting to come up. Okay, probably halfway there. Starting to get the inside of it there clean. We can see a part of the inside there starting to look a bit shinier. Okay, and if I get an old one from what we've started with, I'll get one out of one of these cases here. Let's have a look at this, see how this one here is. Okay, so that's one that I've just pulled out that hasn't been cleaned yet. And you can see in the primer pocket there, it's a bit dirty. I think the brass case here is a little dirtier as well on the outside. And the inside's obviously a lot dirtier as well. Okay, so that's one that hasn't been cleaned yet, that I just pulled out. Alright, and going back to this one, alright, she's looking a lot cleaner, getting a lot of the dirt and whatnot off. As I said, we're only halfway through the process, but it is looking a lot cleaner. Anyway, let's throw that back into there. Alright, and I'll try and get this ring back on. Okay, so I find the best way to get this ring on is not to roll it on, otherwise it just has the rolling tension and it'll flick back off. So just try and keep it flat, spread it out, and then plonk it on. Okay, and it seems to go on a lot better. Alright, so hopefully we don't have that leaking issue again this time. Alright, let's get this into place. Make sure that's nice and on. Give it a little bit of a turn first, I think. Okay, get that smack in the middle, apply the pressure, throw this back into place, make sure we get it onto the, let's go zoom in, see if we can zoom in here. Alright, we want to make sure that you can see these, the grooves here, okay, where my finger is, okay, these grooves, we want this black rubber seal over that. Before I had it on this this other part here where it just was slipping, okay, so we need it onto that groove part so it's got that grip. Alright, anyway, so that's looking not too bad for half an hour, 32 minutes. Anyway, let's carry it on. So we'll push the pause button. Actually, we must push the start button. Alright, and away we go again. So we'll see you back in about 27 minutes. Okay, so we're back after the 27 minutes, and the 60-minute cycle is completed. Okay, and what we're going to do now is we're going to pull a couple out and see what they look like. All right, see how they're looking. All right, so let's pull this off. And check them out. Pull the top case off really carefully, and hope normally the rubber ring won't come off. Okay, so let's have a look at this. Let's just dry this. I'll just dry this off slightly. Okay. You can see how how it's looking. Okay, I'll just come in a bit. Alright. Let's see if we can get a bit of light. Here we go. Alright, let's have a look. So she's looking a lot shinier. Okay. As far as the base goes, is looking alright. See if we can get in there and see the primer pocket. Can't really. I'll see if I can turn this light a bit. Get this light in. Here we go. See if we can get a good shot there. Can't sort of get in that primer pocket, eh? Just trying to get the right angle. See if we can get a decent angle. Can't sort of get right in there. It's getting worse out that way. Anyway, let's see if we can get the other side. Not getting a very good thing here. Okay, that's a little bit better. See if we can get it this time. Okay, looks like there's a little bit of dirt still in there, bit of the gunpowder, but not too bad. Okay, some of that will get cleaned out with the pocket uniformer, primer pocket uniformer. I'll just try and get a good shot in here. Get that light so we can see what it's looking like on the inside of the brass. Here we go. Okay, so that's not looking too bad. Okay, I don't want to spend too much time on this, but yeah, not looking too bad. We'll grab out another one. I'll just give this one a bit of a wipe off as well. Okay, see if we can get around here. Okay, so here's another one. A little bit of water in it. Okay, and it's actually a little bit better in there, isn't it? Still a little bit of gunpowder in there. Residue and whatnot, but see if we can have a look in this one. See down in there, not too bad, not too bad. I mean, that is satisfactory. Is, you know, well, I'd say probably better than satisfactory, but it wouldn't hurt to probably fire this through for another half an hour or so, you know, just to help get out a little bit more of that gunpowder residue out of the primer pocket. So because they're my mates, I think I'll put it through a bit longer for him. Okay, you could change the water about now and put some extra soap in. You know what I mean? You could do that. That's not going to hurt in any way. It'll probably in effect make it actually better. But I think it should be fine to carry on. So I reckon we'll go for maybe another half an hour, even another 60 minutes won't hurt. Let it do the full cycle. And yeah, I'm going to give it the 120 minutes total, I think. Yeah, there's no harm in it. Anyway, let's fire it up, and I'll come back in about 60 minutes. So, see you then. Welcome back. We've just done the last 60 minutes. So hopefully it was in the same water, so hopefully there should be it should be looking a little better. So let's take that off now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this off, because that doesn't need to be on anymore. And let's just bring that around to here. Okay, so let's take this off the top, place it down here, just take this lid off. Alright, trust the old black band, can always rely on that to keep falling off, can't we? Alright, let's check this here out. Okay, that's looking way better. I'll just grab a rag to give this a bit of a dry. Okay. Yes, that's looking a lot better. Oops, my mistake. Okay, so here we go. This is looking a lot better. I'll see if I can get it in the light. Okay. See if I can bring this around. Here we go. See if I can zoom it in a bit. Okay. Alright, so it's looking a lot better. Alright, so it's just the first one I grabbed out. It's looking a lot better. The outside is looking a lot more shinier. Okay, still got water dripping out, but let's see if I can get a better shot of this with the light. Hasn't helped doing this at night time, but never mind. Anyway, it's looking not too bad. Okay, looking not too bad at all. I'll grab another one out. Just give it a bit of a dry off. Okay, and here we go, here's another one. Okay, alright, so it's looking not too bad. As I said, the little bit of gunpowder residue that you can see in there, that's going to, that'll come off of the primer uniformer, okay? So, I don't know if you can see down there. Alright, got a little bit of water in there. But anyway, that's looking a lot better than what it was. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'll just come out a bit. Okay, is what we're going to do is we're going to attach the filter. Okay, so I'll plonk the filter on. Plonk the filter on. Oh. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this over to the to the sink over there. Alright, and I'm going to tip the water into the sink, the sturdy water. Okay. What I'll do is tip the sturdy water in here. Very dirty. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this back up. Fill that back up with water. Okay, I'm going to do that one more time. Didn't get much in it that time for some reason. There we go. And empty that out Alright. Okay, so now that that's been emptied out, what we're going to do is we're going to place it into the Dillon separator. Okay, so what we do here is we want to open up the Dillon separator. Just move this. Okay, I want to undo this lid. Take that off. And what we want to do now is put this here into the Dillon separator. Okay, as long as we get out all the cases. There's one there, right down there. One case came out. Okay, so what we do is we put that into there. We lock that up. We take this off the lock and we give it a turn. Okay, just so that you can see the whole separator there. Try and bring it in a little bit for you. Okay, here. Alright. Bring this light down a bit. Right there. Okay, so then what we do is we give that a turn. Okay, and so we keep doing this. As you can see, the stainless steel coming out. We just keep. Alright, I can't see any more coming out. Alright, so then what we do is we pop it open. Okay, and as you can see here, all of the stainless steel has come out. Okay, you might have a couple of small bits and pieces just on the outsides here. Okay, just out on the outsides, but nothing major. Okay, not like on the inside. Okay, let's clear a couple of those off. There's ones on the outside. Okay, and I think we will we'll go a little bit more, I think, just to, since we opened it. Lock it into place. Okay. And that's pretty much us. Alright, so as you can see, there's no stainless steel media, alright, in there. And as you can see, the cases are looking really nice. Okay, I'll take this first part out so you can see the media down below. Alright, let's put that to there. And as you can see in here, all we have is the stainless steel media in there. Okay, and what we do is we tip all of this back into the our barrel. Okay, tip all this into the barrel. So what we do, so you can see here. Alright, normally get all this. Actually, I'll show you what I'm doing here. What I'm doing is I get a rag, okay, and all the media, I just I push it down with a rag, alright, and because some of it sort of sticks, alright. Once I've done that, I pour it into back into the barrel, alright, the perspex barrel. Alright, and just take your time. Just hold on to that. Try not to waste any of it, okay? There's no sense wasting it, because this stuff can last you for years, and saves you having to buy any more. Waste not, want not. Okay, so and as you can see, it doesn't take much of an effort. Okay, and there's our bin. Okay, completely empty. All right, and obviously all of the stainless steel media is back in the dome. Okay, the barrel. All right, so what I'll do is I'll just put this over to here. I'll just spin this around so you can see. Okay, so what I normally do now is I get the filter, okay, and I place that back on. I might just give it a bit of a twist each time. Okay, put that back on, and what you do, slide that in. Okay, lock it into place. Okay, and then all I do is I simply spread that out, place it back onto the brass tornado. Okay, as you can see here. Alright, so I place it back onto the brass tornado, and what I do is every now and again when I come back into the garage, I just give it a turn like that. So what it's doing is all the vapor is coming out through the vent, okay, and I just turn it occasionally, just to turn the media, the stainless steel media, so that all the moisture is coming out, okay, till eventually it's completely dry in there. Alright, so that's just a random thing that I do as I come into the garage. Okay, let's get back over to the Dylan media separator. Okay. So as I said, this is completely empty now. Alright, and all we have left is the cases. Okay, so with the cases, what you can do now is you can dry them out any way you obviously decide to dry them out. You can dry them out in the oven, or You could dry them out in a towel or something like that, just air dry them. You can dry them in the hot water cylinder. It's really up to you how you want to dry them. What I have is I have the CED brass dryer, and what I'll have to do is I'll have to do an unboxing of that, and I'll do an unboxing of that, and then I'll whip these into the CED dryer. Okay, and we'll see how that goes with bulk brass. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed a little bit of the with the Dylan media separator in the video as well, as a bonus. But yeah, I'll catch you up when we get to the unboxing and then the drying of this this brass. Okay, thanks for coming along. Hope you enjoyed. Subscribe, comment, and like, and hope to see you on the next video. Cheers. Okay, bye bye.